GM ratcheting up its expectations for sales in the PRC. Steve joins us from Beijing today. Steve, I think last time we talked you had your eyes on a nice brand spanking new Buick LaCrosse or something for you, the family, and your rugrat. No? Did you nail it down?
Do I look like a kind of a Buick guy? Nothing's wrong with Buick, but
we're maturing.
Yeah, my first car, though, Bernie, thanks for asking. '63 Chevy Bel Air station wagon, 1963, with a 283 V8 in it. Anyway, yeah, Bernie, 2009 banner year for GM, as we know, here in China, as sales jumped 67% to 1.83 million vehicles. Now it is saying it is going to top that this year here in the Middle Kingdom. GM's China head Kevin Wale telling Bloomberg in Shanghai that General Motors is targeting to sell about 2 million vehicles in China in 2010. That's a target it previously hadn't expected to hit for at least another couple of years. But GM plans to introduce more than 10 new models in China this year to capitalize on surging demand for autos. China last year halved the sales tax on new vehicles and offered cash to customers to replace their clunkers. Passenger car sales rising 53% to more than 10 million units last year. Total vehicle sales, which includes all those minivans and the sort, soared to 14.6 million units, moving China ahead of the United States as the largest car market in the world last year. China has announced plans to scale back those incentives, though, Bernie, but GM still expects total industry vehicle sales in China to possibly reach as high as 15 million vehicles this year. So much for the stimulus. There is lots of demand here, and the roads continue to get clogged up. While it downsizes, of course, at home in the United States, closing plants and also discontinuing lines like Pontiac, GM has boosted investment here in China since the company exited bankruptcy last July. Of course, Pontiac is among 4 brands, along with Saab, Saturn, and Hummer, that GM is unloading to focus on its core brands, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac. Buick, Chevrolet, and Cadillac, of course, are sold here in China. GM is said to be close to finalizing a deal with Spyker cars for Saab, while Hummer may be sold to China's Sichuan Tenzhong Heavy Equipment. Bernie?
There's plenty of cars to choose from locally. You got your Geelys, you get your, of course, your BYD F2, whatever D hybrids and all that. But I mean, these marquees like a Buick LaCrosse, just to use our first example, are they something that people aspire to? Do they carry a premium? And do people salivate, you know, in a GM showroom because it shows like you've arrived? You know, you have something that's not locally homegrown. Is there still that sort of is there still that sort of bias there?
It's still, absolutely. There still is a premium to that GM brand, the big American car, the black sedan. The Buick still has a lot of cachet here in China. Of course, there's the Mercedes and BMW and Audi. The Audi sedans are quite popular here as a luxury and upper-class car. But yeah, GM, the Buick brand, is quite popular here. Still has a very good reputation in China as an aspiring middle class looks for these kind of cars, Bernie.
The mark of success, yeah, obviously. Thanks, Steve. Good luck in your hunt there. H3 sounds good to me to get over to the rough roads there.